Hello, brothers and sisters. I didn't really plan on making a video today, but I felt the Spirit compel me or tell me that I should make a video today after having a conversation with my roommate about a dream, a very interesting dream that he had, which I will get into in a moment. And this came right after a night of us having a conversation about how God can speak to people through dreams, like he spoke to Daniel through dreams. And it says in Daniel 1:17 that Daniel had a specific gift he was given by God. Daniel was able to understand all visions and dreams, the same way he interpreted Nebuchadnezzar's dream and the kings that even came after him. And Daniel was able to prosper, and he was very useful for the people he was around in interpreting what their dreams meant. And my roommate went on to describe what he dreamt, and he said that he was in New York City. I'm not going to give all the specific details just to keep his information private. But he said he was in New York City and that for some reason his mother contacted him and said something along the lines of, "You have 30 days to get out of the city before something happens." And this is coming about a week or two after I had my quote-unquote tsunami dream. And he said in the dream, this was very interesting to me, in the dream he went on his laptop and he realized that it had something to do with the volcano. What volcano, he didn't specify, but one would have a reason to believe that it is the one in La Palma. Now, I'm not saying this is all connected. I'm not saying that anyone is certain about this. All of what I'm telling you today is speculative, but I felt a certain urgency in my spirit to kind of get it out there because it's something on my mind. Basically, I don't know if I said this, but he was told that he had 30 days to get to a zone that which was not in danger of severe weather, is what he called it. But I don't really know. I just think it was very interesting to me because my roommate, he's a great guy. Thankful that God has, given me a roommate that is like him. I'm very happy to have him. He and I have very faith-filled conversations about God, about the creation of the universe, the origins of good and evil, and all these other things. And we talk a lot about God. And he said in the dream, once he realized what was going on, he said, "Oh, Rossi," which is me, that's my name, by the way, "Rossi was right," because I kept telling him that I felt like this volcano in La Palma has something to do with something else that's going to come in the near future. And he said in the dream, he said I was right. Although he has told me many times that it's all based on feeling that maybe what I'm telling him is not really based in any truth. He kind of didn't believe me. He kind of shrugged it off like most people would. But he said he had a dream specifically where he admitted that I could be right, and he realized in that moment in his own dream that I was right. And it had something to do with the volcano. And I was just asking him, and I even pulled up a map of the United States because he's not from here. He's not a U.S. citizen, so he doesn't know the map of the United States very well. So I find this to be very interesting. I pulled up the map of the U.S., and he showed me basically like the midsection. All of the northern parts of the United States were fine, but all of the southern parts, he said, were in blue. So to me, that would mean being underwater or something like that. That's just a speculation. I don't claim to be Daniel. I don't claim to have understanding in all visions and dreams. Although I've had a few dreams myself, which are very interesting. And I think this is very interesting that he would have such a specific dream about such a specific thing the night after we talked about how God can speak to people in dreams. Acts 2:17, like I said in one of my older videos, about how in the last days God will pour out his spirit on all flesh. His sons and daughters will prophesy. Your young men will see visions. Your old men will dream dreams. And I just really think it's very interesting that in the dream, when he found out about what was going to happen, he said something along the lines of having only 30 days. And in that moment, once he realized what was going on, we're talking about a person right now that had a dream. He's agnostic. He comes from a Jewish background, but he claims to be agnostic. He claimed in the dream, in that moment, once he realized that there was some sort of severe weather and that what I was telling him was right, he was contemplating whether or not to become a Christian. And I thought that was very interesting because, I kind of have these conversations with him sometime, like, what is it going to take for you to believe? And he's like, well, if God shows me a miracle, or if you say something will happen as a prophet or something and it happens, then maybe I'll become a Christian. And I was like, man. And I asked him if I was there in the dream, specifically to see if this might be an event that was post or pre-rapture. And he said I wasn't there. I wasn't there in the dream. So I think that was very interesting. He's really got me thinking about this right now. As far as the season we're in, I know a lot of people are discouraged or may be discouraged because they expected the Lord to come on the true Feast of Trumpets, which was from October 6th to the 8th, or even the 9th. And of course, that didn't happen because today is October 10th. I will conclude this very long video by saying, be encouraged, because I think we are still in that season of the Lord's return. We are still in what Brother Chooch from TOL End Times would say is the harpazo zone, where we should be expectant and watchful still of the Lord's return to rapture the church, the body of Christ. So you all be encouraged and stay blessed. I hope this was somewhat interesting to you as it was to me, and I'll be speaking to you all again very soon. Okay, take care and God bless.